GolfNewsRI presents the Golf Dudes Podcast. Here are the dudes.
Hey everybody, what's up? Happy Northeast Amateur Thursday. Joe Calabro here, coming to you solo. I'm not actually coming to you from the Northeast Amateur though. I'm actually coming to you from my house. But either way, it's a Northeast Amateur Thursday, and this is the Golf Dudes Podcast presented by Lynx Drinks. Lynx Drinks is best known for their transfusion in a can. The transfusion is vodka, ginger ale, and grape juice, but they also have two other flavors, the front nine and the back nine, for your enjoyment. So obviously lots going on in the golf world. I was at the Northeast Amateur all morning, so we'll get to that in a second. But we also have Patrick Welch and Davis Chatfield on the Korn Ferry Tour. We have Christopher and Core, former URI star, on PGA Tour Canada. And we even have someone playing in the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, and that would be Samantha Morrell, the assistant pro at Warwick Country Club. So we'll get into some of that as well. But first, we'll start with the lead story, which, of course, is the Northeast Amateur taking place at Wannamoisett. They lucked out today with the weather. We'll see what happens over the weekend. But so far, it's been a thrilling tournament, and I encourage everybody to go watch it over the next 2 days. Best amateur players in the world, future professionals, PGA Tour pros, for sure. Excuse me. So round two is still going on, of course. Bartley Forrester from Georgia Tech is leading the tournament at 9 under, followed by Caleb Surratt. He finished his round at 7 under for the tournament. So they'll be off late tomorrow. As for the locals, Bobby Leopold is in pretty good shape of making the cut. Again, the cut comes after the Friday round, so after tomorrow, and it's the top 60 in ties. Right now, I just checked the leaderboard, and again, this obviously could change, but T60 is 5 over par. Bobby Leopold is 2 over par for the tournament. So he has a chance to make the cut. Everybody else is well outside the cut line and will need some magic tomorrow. But hey, you never know. It could happen in the cut number. As far as the score, probably will go up a little bit. Excuse me. I would think. So that is what's going on in the Northeast Amateur. And in fact, I actually have some highlights for you. These highlights aren't as great as the round one highlights. I had some marriage stuff to do this morning. So I didn't get to there as early as I wanted to get everybody. But here's some highlights of round two with the Northeast Amateur as far as the locals go. The local highlights of the Northeast Amateur, you'll only find them here on GolfNewsRI.com. So check them out. All right, again, Bobby Leopold 2 over for the tournament. He's the only one that really has a chance to make the cut after tomorrow. So it should be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the cut line moves. I project the score will go up. It's not going to go down, I don't think. especially when you're in the plus fours and fives. Usually, you know, the number goes up a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what the number moves to. There should be a projected cut line either by the end of tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. So that'll be something to watch as well. But Bobby Leopold is well inside the top 60 at the moment. He should has a chance to make the cut for Saturday. Obviously, he still has a whole round to go. Today wasn't as much of a birdie fest for him as it was on day one when he was dropping birdies all over the place. And he bogeyed 18, as you saw in the highlight there, to put him at +2. He was actually at +1 for a good portion of the day. So Northeast Amateur tomorrow, round 3 in the cut after round 3. Obviously, the tournament is still going on right now as I tape this podcast. So tee times for Friday are not out yet, but the early tee times will be the guys that are way down. So a lot of the local guys are probably going to have early tee times tomorrow. Kevin Blazer, Mike Hamilton, and Tyler Cook. Bobby Leopold's tee time should be a little bit later on. I don't know if it's going to be an afternoon tee time, but it certainly should be a little later in the morning, since he's up the leaderboard a bit. So that's where we are with the Northeast Amateur. Thanks to everybody for following the coverage, and certainly been a great tournament. This is one of the best weeks of the year for sure. Wannamoisett looks amazing, as you would expect. The pin positions today, a lot of guys talking about the pin placements. If you saw in the highlight, the Bobby Leopold highlight, the pin on 18 is in like the front corner behind the mound there. The pin on 9, which I don't think we saw in those clips, but the pin on 9 today at Wannamoisett was in the back right corner. So the pins are tricked out today a little bit. They're trying to protect the course for sure, but the rough is thick. Guys were losing balls on the grass, and obviously the greens were fast as you would expect. So it was a great setup, a fascinating tournament, and between Forrester and Surratt and whoever else might jump in over the next day, it could be a pretty epic Saturday. No locals will be involved. We're certainly past the era of Davis Chatfields and Patrick Welch's contending. Obviously, they're both pros, so you certainly kind of miss that vibe to it. But it's still exciting to obviously watch the top college kids, top amateur golfers in the country play, or in the world really play, and this could be setting up for a fun Saturday finish between at least those two guys, if not more than that. We'll see what happens the rest of the afternoon, but certainly looking forward to that. I'll be there tomorrow and Saturday, of course. So if you see me, say hello, and hopefully the rain holds off. So that's the one factor that we don't know of, obviously. Yesterday they were saying it's supposed to rain today, and now it's saying it's rain tomorrow and Saturday. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, you never know what the weather, but if the rain gets involved, it'll be could be interesting to see how they get this tournament finished, and certainly see what happens to the course. The rain will probably soften the greens, so you could see more crazy scoring. And that's what we thought we were going to have after Wednesday, when Forrester went out and shot 62. We kind of thought it was going to be another wild finish, another wild scoring year, and it hasn't really been, at least to this point. Now, obviously, while I'm doing this, the scores could be blowing up for all I know, but it sort of fought back today a little bit. Nothing crazy was out there, so we'll see. Wannamoisett fought back a little bit today. It seems like, again, the pin placements were tricked out, and the course is in phenomenal shape. So that is the update from the Northeast Amateur. Again, cut after Friday's round, the top 60 in ties. So if you're watching the leaderboard at home, that's kind of what you're looking for. And again, there should be a projected cut line either by later tonight or certainly tomorrow for sure. So Bobby Leopold has a chance, and we'll follow that storyline throughout the day on Friday. Hopefully the weather holds off. So that is kind of what we have on the Northeast Amateur. Again, come to Wannamoisett tomorrow and Saturday. Check it out. It's worth your time. It's free to get in. You don't have to pay anything. They have food there. You can eat. They have a grill set up for the public to eat. And it's a great tournament. It's a great atmosphere, and hopefully people will come out, weather permitting, of course, over the weekend. So that is what we have for the Northeast Amateur. You can also see those highlights on our website, GolfNewsRI.com. If you want to watch them again, I realize they're not the greatest highlights ever put together, but you know, do the best I can. So we'll try to do better on Friday. So other things going on in the world of golf. Obviously, there's a lot for sure. Davis Chatfield and Patrick Welch are playing on the Korn Ferry Tour today. Round one was today out in Oklahoma at Jimmy Austin. So huge advantage for Patrick Welch and other Oklahoma guys. They're playing their home college course, which is pretty cool. And both of them are in the clubhouse already at 3 under par. They're both tied for 25th. Unfortunately, they're not playing together. They're actually Patrick teed off at 9:33 a.m. off the 10th tee, and Davis teed off at 9:45 a.m. off the first tee. So they literally just missed each other by a group and a tee box. But perhaps if they stay tied, we'll get that over the weekend. That'd be pretty neat for sure. But they're both 3 under, so they're both off to good starts. The lead, I believe, is 8 under. So right now on the Korn Ferry Tour. So that is where they are. We'll follow that. And we'll obviously have stories up about them today. The other thing to watch, which is pretty cool, I didn't realize it, that Samantha Morel, the Warwick Country Club assistant pro, she's playing in the Women's PGA Championship, formerly known as the LPGA Championship. Obviously, she got in because she's a PGA professional, and she's able to play in the tournament. She qualified for the tournament, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, she's struggling, as you would expect. It's not easy, but it's cool that she's playing. She's getting some experience and kind of giving Warwick Country Club some publicity there. So those are some of the cool things. I'm actually interested in the LPGA Championship because of Rose Zhang. She's was a top amateur in the country or in the world. She turned pro. She won her first pro tournament a couple weeks ago or whatever it was. And there's all kinds of buzz about her playing in a major. She's exempt into all 4 majors this year. I believe this is the first one for the woman, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but it should. I'm actually interested in watching it and see how she does. I think last I checked, again, I've been in and out all day, but last I checked, she finished at 1 under for the day, and she's like a shot off the lead. So people are tweeting that she could be the biggest, the biggest amateur or the biggest prospect, if you will. I don't know what the right word is, to turn pro since Tiger Woods. And I think she'd be, I don't know if she'd be that big, but she's really, really good. And I think she could be great for the women's game. And maybe that's what the women's game needs, something like that to draw people in. But so I'm definitely interested in the LPGA this week. And of course, Christopher and Cora playing on the PGA Tour Canada. His round is just getting underway. And they're on Saskatchewan, so I believe that's the other side of the country, if I'm not mistaken. But he played really well in the first tournament, in his first PGA Tour Canada tournament. He'll look to follow that up this week. Other things on the local scene, the really local scene. The Ryan Amateur is coming in a couple weeks over at Montauk. As I said last week, the intention is to do the RI Amateur Series again this year. Hopefully, we'll be scheduling, or the plan is to schedule some interviews this week and put out a couple of them this week. That way, at least give some publicity to some of these guys. So that is the plan. Obviously, it's been a couple of weeks for me between obviously GolfNewsRI stuff, getting married, and the honeymoon and whatever. So that is the plan to do the RI Amateur Series, at least a handful of episodes. So check that out, or at least look out for that. Don't check it out because there's nothing to check yet, but look out for that. And then also August 14th, we told you about this last week. We're gonna play. We're still trying to finalize our foursome, but Links Drinks is hosting their Transfusion Open at Wannamoisett. Again, it's August 14th. It's a Monday. Check out the link to sign up. We posted it on social media again last weekend, and you can just look for it on our website in the search bar. I think if you search Links Drinks, it should come up, or you can even search Transfusion Open, and it'll certainly come up then. So check that out. Make sure you sign up. It's a great opportunity to play Wannamoisett, which is an amazing golf course. It also wins something. If you win, you go to the championship at Mohegan Sun, and then if you win the championship, you get a all paid for trip to Pinehurst. So pretty cool stuff. It's a great opportunity to play, and you can compete against the GolfNewsRI team, who are still assembling. So check those things out as well. Locally, we have, or at least for me, it's going to be club championship season soon. I know it's club championship season kind of around the state, or it's getting there anyways. But I know Kirkbride has their club championship qualifier on Sunday, the championship division, and then the net division qualifier that we're doing is on July 1st. So I'll be playing in that. I don't imagine I'm going to make the cut because I have played like one golf round in the last like 4 weeks. So it's usually not a good sign. But we'll see what happens. So we'll again this year have club championship coverage throughout the state. If you're playing the club championship, or if you know someone that's playing, be sure to send us a message. If you're going to be there watching it, send us a picture and the results or a scoring link or whatever it may be. We want to cover all that stuff. So keep that in mind. And then the Ryan Amateurs is July 13th or whatever it is. So exciting times ahead, busy season ahead, and obviously lots going on between the local golf and pro golf. That's gonna be really cool. We put the story up on Wednesday. Will Dixon returning home to play in the Providence Open on July 5th. So that'd be really cool. We'll have something, hopefully have something with him when he gets here. We haven't quite worked that out yet, but he said he'd be interested in doing something. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll get a big I don't want to say big crowd. I mean, but hopefully people will go out and watch the Providence Open. It's a US Challenge Cup event. A lot of amateurs can play, pros are playing on the field. And Will Dixon's playing, Andrew O'Leary's in the field. Harry Dessel is playing obviously as an amateur. So that's coming up at Triggs in a couple of weeks. So we'll have obviously coverage of that, the whole thing as well. So lots going on in the Ryan golf world. And it should be an interesting finish to the Northeast Amateur this weekend. Hopefully you can get out and come watch it. Hopefully it won't rain. Hopefully the rain will hold off. That will certainly make things easier for everybody. But it will be interesting nonetheless. So that's what we got. Again, the highlights you can see on GolfNewsRI.com. And coming this weekend, we'll have obviously Northeast Amateur coverage and hopefully some interviews with players. We haven't posted much of that yet because it's just so early in the tournament. But hopefully we're planning to have some post-game reaction, and certainly if Bobby makes the cut, that will be one thing that we'll have for sure. So should be a busy weekend of content. Thanks everyone for following us as we continue to try to get bigger and better, and we're trying to do highlights and different things. So it's exciting stuff. So that's all I got. This has been the Golf Dudes podcast. We will talk to you next week, and hopefully I'll see you all at the Northeast Amateur on Friday and Saturday. Have a great Thursday. Enjoy the NBA draft. Enjoy the golf and the Travelers Championship. Keegan Bradley lit it up today. Rory McIlroy had a hole-in-one, which is pretty cool. So enjoy it all. Have a great weekend. This is the Golf News Podcast, and we'll talk to you all week long on GolfNewsRI.com and, of course, on social media. Happy Thursday, everybody.